I am Jasmine, this is Moxie Points, and today we'll be looking at the first full album from Monsta X, The Clan, Part 2.5, Beautiful. Monsta X is a 7-member group from Starship Entertainment that debuted in 2015. Although they debuted on a TV show and from a label that has produced some popular acts, the group's rise was on the slower side. Even the label's more commercially successful acts are known for being strong digitally, but not necessarily building an unbreakable fan base. They had plenty of promotional help with the show, documenting their creation, and even continued variety opportunities right after. But the group tended to follow the hip-hop idol mold and didn't really have any signature song that captured the masses. Monsta X tended to follow the trajectory of not doing anything particularly wrong, but not doing anything to wow people and immediately build a following. They did the hip-hop image, rappers that pin their own lyrics, standard love songs, flashy dance moves, and now the newest idol boy band trend, the Trilogy album. Because you can't just be a pop act, you have to show that your music is so deep, man, and that there's a story here. What's the story? I don't know, something about youth or death or love or revolution, who knows, but it's artistic, okay? With that, Monsta X released their first installment back in 2016, and this full album marks the end. It doesn't end with a third chapter, but with chapter 2.5 for some reason. But does this album tell a cohesive story or have what it takes to capture the public's ear? Let's take a look. The album starts with the aptly titled Ready or Not, a great opener to the album with a strong instrumentation fitting to the song's title and a decent rap and vocal line distribution split. The lyrics are about preparing the audience for either the album or the show, and has a nice build into its punchy chorus. The song goes a bit further by expanding the idea of not being prepared to include the unpredictability of life, and how you can't be properly prepared for that either.
한번 시작해서 멈추지 말고 쭉 달려 인생이란 드라마 주인공은 너잖아 하고 싶은 대로 막 해 마치 너의 birthday 어차피 정답은 없어 하고 싶은 대로 가는 게 맞아 네가 이끌리는 대로 해 I'm ready or not.
The vocalists tend to double and blend together, making it hard to tell who's singing what line, but the song has an overall exciting atmosphere that fits well with the start of the album. And just as they mentioned, the unpredictability includes the song itself, as the beat changes after the bridge without being jarring.
Ready or not.
The title track, Beautiful, continues the electronic sound that unifies the album so far. The song kicks off with the rappers and has a totally different beat from Shonu's vocal parts. But just as you were getting used to that beat, the song changes again and intensifies, not leaving any room for a lull or mellow moments. The song is practically catered to the rappers, with their intensity driving the song. Juhan and I.M dominate the verses, and even some background vocals are done by Juhan. Although we do get some nice harmonization during the bridge, it's short-lived, and even the high notes are mixed behind the beat. And in case you forgot what the album is called, Monsta X is here to tell you that you're beautiful. Aside from the obvious, the lyrics also include some nice allusions to roses and thorns that appear in other parts of the album as well. And in case you've already moved on from them telling you that you're pretty, the next song, Incomparable, is here to remind you again. The song is a solid R&B jam that uses the phrase breakup in a love song not to symbolize the end of a relationship, but to tell of the breaking down of walls or barriers that close one person off from another in a relationship. But in this case, they break down the walls, then become a wall to protect her. Okay. The song also can't stay mellow, and at first uses Juhan's background vocals as a nice touch, but then the bombastic chorus, complete with screams, comes in. This includes a strong industrial beat and piling on of chants of hey. The next song is Need You. Oh, what's this? Will this song actually be calm? The song has a slower stacking of instrumentation, leading into a DJ Mustard ripoff, similar to what I've mentioned in a previous review. The song, sonically, is a decent classic man ripoff. Lyrically, the song is about pining for a girl with more lyrics of roses and thorns.
입안의 가시가 돋아 좀 아픈 것 같아. Yeah.
The next song, OI, has another strong industrial beat with beeps and bubble-like sounds again, as well as another pre-chorus from Shonu. This is another predictable upbeat song, like Hero, that seems to be one of their more successful types. The song is about being unstoppable with reference to their career, but the song is broad enough to be about anything, including a message to the listener about living life actively.
수동적으로 살지 말고
수동적으로 살지 말고
능동적으로 살고
예, 능동적으로 살고.
Miss You, the next song, is one not led by the rappers or Shonu, but instead starts off with Minhyuk's lower register. The song's about longing for a girl, and the poppy chorus asks where she is.
Where you at? 지금 어떻게 날 두고 떠나 baby baby I miss you.
IM's rap fits the build of the second verse, as the chorus broadens the sound and his verse continues that momentum.
Everything, girl, you are my everything, my baby.
The tempo is up again with the next track, Calm Down, which has a strong hip-hop beat punctuated by whatever you call these arcade sounds. The chorus, however, doesn't build on the sound, it just dogpiles more sounds on top, leading to dissonance.
Calm down, let's stop, calm down.
The song's about the love of a woman who takes over them, making them dangerous, so they have to calm themselves down. The rappers aren't taking the advice of their own song, though, as they go so hard on this track. Switching genres, All I Do starts with funky guitar riff and 70s style pop groove. Instead of growing to an explosion like other songs, this one expands its pop sound with synths and plucky guitar riffs.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
And instead of a complete beat change, the stable beat builds with electro elements, this time as more of a disco throwback. And the rap verses are accompanied with some trap elements that don't completely distract from the sound or create a new one entirely. The lyrics are a typical I think about you all the time song, with some mention of being so focused on the girl that they black out or it gives them physical pain.
We gotta slow it down.
The next track, 514, Last Page. Wait, slow it down? Finally! For this one, the 808s drown out the guitar, and the beat hits a little too hard for its soft R&B melody and lyrics. The lyrics tell of remembering this moment and seem vague enough to be taken as a standard love song or about embracing life. Although 514 is the date of their debut, so the We is probably the group talking about remembering this moment, not only of their debut, but their subsequent career and following their dreams. Because we know that idol groups aren't meant to last forever. Isn't that right, sister? The syncopated melody in the second verse and the refrain that bookends the song at the beginning and the end are nice touches. The final song, I'll Be There, continues this more mellow sound with loops. The lyrics are a standard love song again, and every member seems to be approaching the song with the same energy. Unlike other tracks that alternate between sweet or mellow vocals and brash hard raps, this song seems to have everyone on the same page. The lyrics again reference thorns,
또 난 이렇게 말하지만 so
And the rap sections even have Juhan and I.M repeating each other's verses.
좋은데 넌 어때 거절하는 건 no thanks
난 좋은데 넌 어때 거절하는 건 no thanks.
This seems like a sweet, unified end to the album.
잠시 힘들어 우릴 떠나도 이 자리 그대로 지킬게
I'd give the album a 7.5 out of 10. Maybe because I already knew a repackage was in the works with a title like Part 2.5, but there's just a little something missing. Sonically, the album continues and solidifies Monsta X's sound, still having hip-hop elements but balancing its rappers and vocals with more electronic beats. I think this album is a greater step to defining who Monsta X is, and as we've seen, it wasn't quite enough to define them completely and really capture the public's attention for good. But with this repackage and more music to come, I think they're completely capable of capturing the public's ears. And hearts. Hope to see you next time.